Okay, so it's fine. So formula was the same. So I thought double check the value formula. X0 plus h by 2, y0 plus s1 by 2. S3 will be h into f of x0 plus h by 2, y0 plus s1 by 2. And my S4, so instead of taking average of two slopes, we are taking a 4 slope average, h into f0 x plus h, y0 plus s3. So this is not s2, this is not s1, this is s2. Okay, so here in this case it is s2, and finally I am going to get a slope, that is the weighted average divided by 6. Okay, so this is the way I have to do it, and finally I will say my y1 will be equal to y0 plus h. Okay, so let's try to solve the problem on this basis. So this is the basic formulation which take the weighted average slopes at 4 locations, and therefore the accuracy of this method is far better than the RK2. But RK2 and RK4 are comparable as compared with the Eulers. So let's do it. So take example. Dy by dx is equal to x plus y upon y square. X0 is 0, y is 1, and I need to find y at x equal to 0.2 by taking the step size 0.1. So this is what I have to do. Okay, so let's do it. So my x0 is 0, y is 1, x1 is 0.1. For that I need to find y1. So first I calculate S1 is equal to h into f of x0 y0, which gives me 0.1 into my x is 0, y is 1 divided by 1 square. Hold on a minute. Okay, so you calculate this value, this is 0.1. Now you could calculate S2 h into f of x0 plus h by 2, y0 plus s1 by 2. Okay, so do let me know this value. So to simplify this, you can write 0 plus 0.5, this is my x, okay, plus y is y0 is 1, and I have the s1 by 2, so plus my s1 is 0.1, so 0.1 by 2, so this is h basically, h by 2. Okay, this is x0, this is y0 plus s1 by 2 divided by, so by 2 is here, divided by y square. So my y0 plus s1, so y value is 1, s1 is 0.1, 0.1 divided by 2, because it is s1 by 2 and it is whole square. So in this way, this is supposed to be calculated, and now you can let me know the value. So again, this is y0 plus s1 by 2. So I got the one answer. Okay, this is not 0.5, huh? This is not 0.5, so it is 0.1 divided by 2. Okay, so it will be 0.05. So this is 0.1 divided by, so I made a mistake. I write a 0.5 here. Instead of that, it is 0.1 divided by 2. Okay, so it will come 0.05. Anybody else got the answer? Okay, so I got 0.0997. 0.09973. Okay, so this is what is the answer. So now I can write my x0 as 0.1. No, sorry, I am using RK4. Okay. So now I go for S3. S3 equal to h into f of x0 plus h by 2, y0 plus s2 by 2. Okay. So now you can do it and let me know this value. So we have the three answers, but all three answers are okay. So you could check the accuracy what you are getting it. So I will write the 4 decimal places, 4 or 5 decimal places which are correct one. So those are 0.09978. Okay, so this is what I write. Up to this, everybody is providing the answer. Okay, so now let's go for S4. H into f of x0 plus h and y0 plus s3. Okay, so now do let me know this answer. Yeah, we have one answer. Yeah, both the answers are differing. Anybody can provide the answers. Okay. So what I see 0.09919. Up to this everybody is matching. So I write up to this only. Okay. So these are the S1, S2, S3 and S4 values are there. Now I would like to have S. So that will be S1 plus 2 times S2 plus 2 times S3 plus S4 divided by 6. Now calculate S and let me know this value. So what is the value of S? Okay, so I take this value 0.099717. So let's take this value. Okay, now I update the value. So I got y1 is equal to y0 plus s, and y0 was 1. So 1 plus 0.09971, that gives me 1.099717. So this is the value of y. Okay. Now next step will be my x0 will be 0.1 and y1 will be 1.099717. My x2 will be 0.2, and for this I need to find out y2. So this is my last step, and this step is homework for you. So you have to do on your own. Now we will try to write the program for this. Okay. Okay. So I hope VS Code is visible. Anybody could let me know? Okay, thank you. Okay, so let's start. Function f, I require x and y. So I need to return the values. So that is x plus y divided by y square. So math.pow y comma 2. So in this way I will return this function. Now I can create a function called as rk4, requires x0, y0, and I require xn, and I require number of steps to be performed. So I will calculate the value of h as xn minus x0 divided by n. This is how I calculate the value of h. Okay, so now I need to go for I is equal to 1, I less than is equal to the required target, that will be n, and in the step of increment 1. So first I will calculate S1, which will be h into f of x0 plus y0. Then I will calculate S2 is equal to h into f of x0 plus h by 2 comma y0 plus s1 by 2. I just copy paste this. I'll have the value of S3 here, and here in this case this will be S2. Okay. Then I could write var S4 is equal to. Is there any problem? S3 is highlighted with different color. Okay, let us see. S4. Fine. So this is x plus h. This is y1 plus s3. Then I calculate s is equal to s1 plus 2 into s2 plus 2 into s3 plus s4 divided by 6. And then once that is done, I could replace y0 with the newer value, that is of course s. Okay, and I could replace x0 with newer value, that is x0 plus h. And finally I can say console.log x0 comma y0. So this is how I can display the values. Okay, so this is it. So let's try to load this. Okay, so it has been loaded. Press F12. So it is at console. Okay, so now what is RK4? So my x0 was 0, y was 1, and xn was 0.2, and number of division 2. This is what I need to supply. So POW, I misspelled it, so I need to correct that one. So it is math dot. Okay. So I need to reload it. So I did not got y0. Here x0 plus not x0 comma y0. Reload. Okay. So you could see we were getting the similar sort of result. So this is how you can write the program and you can do it. Okay. So if anyone has a question related to program, you can ask, or else you can type U if you have understood this. Okay, if you have any question, you can ask, or else you can type U. Okay. So now let's move to the next topic. So now we need to solve second order differential equation. And of course, all are initial value problem. Okay. So let's start with first method, Euler's method. So everyone is aware of this formulation. Now we have to add up some modification to implement the second order differential equation. So my d2y by dx square is equal to, let us say, dy by dx plus y square plus x. Let us say this is what is my differential equation I am taking as this one. So all initial conditions are available with me. So at x equal to 0, y is 1 and dy by dx is equal to, let us say, 0. So how I can assume this? Let us say this is a spring mass damper system. Okay, and it will have a differential equation which will be of second order. It will be having a velocity which is represented by this term. It will be having a spring stiffness which will be represented by this. It will be having a mass which will be represented by the y. So I could from this, what is the initial condition? Let us say move this mass by some amount. Okay, that is the displacement. So that displacement is 1 mm, and I am releasing that one. Okay, so I am not providing any kind of velocity, and let us consider at initial time at t equal to 0. So such could be a application problem where I could implement this. Okay, so it will be lot helpful for solving your project problem. When you do a certain kind of project, especially in case of vibration or in design or any testing equipment, so you will be involving various types of different second order differential equation. Even in heat transfer, you might not be studying the two-dimensional heat transfer. Okay, but if you create such a solver which will give you temperature distribution in 2 dimensions, that could become your B part of your B project. Even your part of seminar. Okay, so these equations are very important. Second order differential equation. There are a lot of applications where second order differential equations are there. One of the solutions you can present, you can change the initial condition, you can change the various parameters, you can change the spring stiffness, you can change the mass, and you can observe what is the performance behavior and how it is observing. Okay, so there are so many applications where this will be required. So now for this, we have to split this into 2 parts. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put dy by dx is equal to z, and which I can call as f of x, y, z. So it is a function of x, y, and dy by dx. Okay, so I can put dy by dx equal to x, and which is equal to z, and I can label this function as f of x, y, z. So therefore, this function becomes my dz by dx. Okay, z is dy by dx, so it is a second order, equal to z plus y square plus x. And now I can label this function as phi of x, y, z. This is the way now I have created. So you have to split the page in 2 parts. So ultimately what we have done, we have split the equation into 2 simultaneous equations, and here the concept of simultaneous equations starts. So there could be a cases where the simultaneous equation will exist separately, or else what you can do, if you have a second order differential equation, split the equation into 2 linear sets of differential equations. So that is what we have done. Okay, so let's do this. What we want y of 0.2 by taking h is equal to 0.1. So this is what is my finding. Let's try to do it. So now here I can write my x0 is 0, y0 is 1, and my z0 is also 0. What I want to find out is at x1 equal to 0.1, what is the value of y1 and what is the value of z1. So this is what is my requirement. So from this, when I integrate this, I am going to get a solution for y. So if I integrate, I am going to get a solution for y. And if I integrate this, I am going to get a solution for z. And z means what? dy by dx. Okay. So I am going to get the velocity and I am going to get the displacement. So y represents the displacement and z represents the velocity. So both parameters I am going to get. So if I solve this, I will get a z. If I solve this, I will get a y. So therefore, I will write y1 is equal to y0 plus h into f of x0, y0 and z0. So now y0 is my 1, okay, h is my 0.1 and phi of x0, y0 is only z. So my z0 value you could see is initially 0, so into 0, so that gives me 1. Okay. Similarly, from this I will get the z1, sorry, not z0. z1 is equal to z0 plus h into, so this function I labeled as phi of x0, y0, z0, which gives me value of z0 is initially 0 plus h 0.1. Now phi function is my z plus y square plus x. So my z value is 0, y value is 1 square, and x0 is also 0 plus 0. So this gives me z1 as 0.1. Okay, so up till now if you have understood, you can type y. Or you can ask the question. I am not receiving any response from you, either question or why. Okay, so have you understood this? You can type 1. If you have understood this, I have made the arrow. I put dy by dx equal to z. So if you have understood this, you can type 1. अरे 71 मुलं आहेत. रिस्पॉन्स प्रत्येकाने द्यायचा. Okay. Now by putting dy by dx equal to z in this equation, I got this. So if you have understood this, you can type 2. So this is what I got, dz by dx by putting dy by dx. So I got dz by dx equal to z plus y square plus x. So if you have understood this thing, you can type 2. Okay. So now it is quite obvious, when I solve dy by dx, I am going to get a y. Okay, so this is for the y solution, and if I solve dz by dx, I am getting a solution for z. So this is what the solution is for z. Okay, so let's get for the y. So y1 equal to y0 plus h into f of x0 y0. So this is the line. So this is I call as 3. So if you have understood 3, type 3 or else question. तीन कळलं असेल तर 3 टाइप करा, नाही तर प्रश्न विचारा. Okay. So from this I am going to get z. So this is the 4. Okay. So if you understood 3, it is common practice that you have understood the 4. So but instead of f now, there will be phi, because from this side there is a function called as phi x y z. Okay. Now this is h. So I wrote a point 1. This is y0, this is 1. But this f of x0, y0, z0, you could see this is equal to z. So this is I can write as a z plus 0x plus 0y. Okay, so coefficient of x and y here in this case is 0. So now if I want f of x0, y0, z0, so I need to put only z0 value. So what is the z0 value? It is 0. So this will evaluate to 0 plus 0 into 0 plus 0 into 1. So that will be a 0, and that is why this 0 is reflected here, and I got 1 plus 0.1 into 0 is 1. So this is I call as 5. So if you have understood 5, type 5. Okay, so now I can call this as a 6. Okay. So here in this case you could see this is 0, z0 is 0, h is 0.1, x0 is my 0, y0 is 1, and z0 is 0. So these values I know. And what is phi of xyz? Phi of xyz is this. So value of z 0, value of y 1 square, value of x 0. So this gives me 0.1. So if you understood this, you can type 6 now. नाही तर प्रश्न विचारा नसेल कळलं तर. ओके, ठीक है. So today we will stop here and we will continue